Hello, I'm Lieutenant Todd Henry, Tactical Commander for the Sacramento Sheriff's Office. In response to recent events, your Sheriff's Office is producing a 5-part video series on active shooter preparedness. This video will discuss preparedness and how to recognize you are in an active shooter situation. The first thing to think about is being aware of your surroundings. We have all heard before, if you see something, say something. If someone's behavior looks out of place, do not hesitate to call. Anytime you are out in public, be aware of your surroundings. Do not be buried in your electronic device. Once you recognize this is an attack, you have 3 choices: run, hide, or fight. In the next 3 videos, we will talk about these choices. Then we will discuss the law enforcement response.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Orlando Mays with the Sacramento Sheriff's Office East Patrol Division. In the last video, we discussed being aware of your surroundings and recognizing an attack. In this video, we will discuss the best response strategy to an active shooter, running away from the threat. If you are inside of a business, run away from the sound of gunfire towards the nearest exit, then get as far away from the location as possible. If you are outside in a public area, again, run away from the gunfire. Consider running past obstacles such as cars or buildings instead of running towards a wide open field. If you have no obstacles you can run past to put between you and the attacker, consider running in a zigzag motion to reduce the chance of getting struck by gunfire. Once you have gotten far enough away to feel safe, you can no longer run. Consider calling 911 to report what information you have. One thing you may have to consider while running is if you can no longer run, you may have to hide. We'll discuss hiding in our next video. In the last video, we discussed the best response to an active shooter, running away from the threat. In some situations, running away from the attack will not be possible, and you will have to shelter in place where you are. If you are inside a business or office, lock and barricade a door between yourself. Use a doorstop, bookcase, table, or chair to fortify the door and keep the attacker from getting to you. Turn off lights if possible. Hide under a desk, behind furniture, or in a closet as close to the ground as you can. If you are outside, a solid object is preferable to hide behind. Look for trees, walls, cars, dumpsters, or around a building. The more solid the object, the better. If you cannot find something solid, anything that can obstruct the shooter's view of you is better than nothing. Once you get an opportunity, call 911. Even if you cannot speak, our call takers are trained to listen for clues in the background noise and get resources coming to you. In our next video, we will discuss the worst case scenario, fighting for your life.
Okay, I'm going to listen. Stay on the line.
In the previous 2 videos, we discussed 2 response choices, running or hiding. It is possible that after choosing either of these previous 2 options, the worst case scenario might be upon you. It is now time to fight for your life. If you are with someone else, even a total stranger, your chances of survival are much higher if you are able to work together. Consider using sound as a form of distraction, such as throwing something against the wall to draw the attacker's attention away from you or the group. If you are in an office or your place of work, look for any weapon of opportunity, such as scissors, chairs, laptops, or anything that can be used to throw at and hit the attacker. If you are outside at a park, look for a rock, branch, bicycle helmet, or use your backpack or purse. Remember, you are fighting for your life at this point, so use overwhelming force to stop the attacker. In our next video, we will discuss what to expect when the first responders arrive. In the previous 3 videos, we discussed the choices you have to keep yourself safe. Here's what to expect once law enforcement arrives. Their first priority is stopping the threat. The officers may run past you, even if you are injured. Know that EMS is staging nearby to respond. If you are able to, keep your hands empty and in plain view so that the officers do not perceive you as a threat. If you have any information that might help the officers, let the officers know. Once the scene is safe, Firefighters and EMS will come in to provide medical aid. Officers will be responding from all over to help collect and preserve evidence. Some of that evidence is your statement about what happened. So be prepared to be identified and questioned before you will be free to leave. We hope with this information, you'll be better prepared to recognize if it is happening, know what your choices are, and know what will happen afterwards. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.